Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well and staying safe out there. Welcome to another pick a card reading with me, Blesh Lily. In this one we're going to be taking a leg at exactly what it is that you need to hear at this particular time. So your spiritual team has guided you towards this reading for a very particular reason. That being said, my darlings, as usual, keep in mind that this is a general reading. So only take what's going to resonate with your beautiful selves. Leave the rest out on the table. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at today's options. This is option number 1 with this picture over here. This is option number 2 with this picture over here. And option number 3 with this picture over here. So see which option you're most drawn to. Don't overthink it. If you do need a little bit more time to make your decision, pause the video, because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, and welcome to your reading, my darlings. If you were drawn to this picture over here, let's go ahead and take a look at exactly what it is that you need to hear right now. Think about your situation, or if you're feeling more inclined to do so, free your mind right now. Let anything and everything flow. Let's see why your spiritual team has guided you towards this reading. Exactly what you need to hear. An insight. You stop trusting yourself. A lot of you have been seeing 1313. Quite a few of you right now are going through a particular transformation that's incredibly difficult, that is literally requiring loads and loads of energy. And I feel like quite a few of you have been stuck in this transformation. They're showing me the Hangman in reverse. And your spiritual team has been giving you a lot of insight, a lot of signs and synchronicities, but you have very big trust issues, option number 1, to the point where you don't trust yourself. I think you've been hurt before and misled before by people you trusted so much, and even by religions and by spiritual gurus. It's almost like you're so disappointed with people. You're so disappointed with religions. Some of you are even disappointed with the spirit. And you're stuck in this transformation, and it's like this energy of being stuck in this muddy water. So what you need to hear right now is that you need to trust yourself. Now is the time for you to focus on your internal guidance system and on your internal support system. I think for a lot of you, option number 1, usually you would look for information, or you would look for support outside of yourself. And they're saying you have to start trusting your insights. So spend more time meditating, spend more time outdoors, spend more time in the places where you can actually hear yourself and trust those insights. They're saying it's kind of like a little test. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what that was, but something just fell. But they're saying it's kind of like a little test. And you might not feel a lot of support because the teacher is quiet during the test. Your spiritual team wants you to know that they're still there, that they're still helping you, still guiding you, but it's not their intention for you to constantly rely on them. It's their intention for you to become strong, for you to learn how to trust yourself again. And through trusting yourself again, you will start trusting other people, forming new relationships, forming new connections. So the insights that come to you right now, trust them. Let's see what else you need to hear right now. Exactly what you need to hear right now. Option number 1. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Okay, guys, so literally they're telling me that you need to pay attention to what you're eating. Some of you guys are overdoing it on sugar, caffeine, processed foods. And I know it sounds like, roll your eyes, like, come on, I know what to eat. But sometimes you guys forget. And especially when you get really anxious, you guys tend to eat more and more and more and more. For some of you, what they're telling me is that you have been, I don't know if you went like on a really strict diet or something, on a really strict detox, but they're saying that there's something that your body is craving that you're not giving it. It could be food, it could be nutrients, it could be tenderness, it could be rest, it could be touch. They're saying you have to reconnect with your body because it seems like you're somebody who might have become disconnected. And a lot of you might be trying to solve your issues with food, or thinking that, you can change your inner energy through changing your outer appearance, where usually it works the other way around. But they're saying you need to disconnect from the world so you can reconnect with yourself, so that you can start trusting your insights and you can start hearing your insights. You need this tenderness. A lot of you haven't had physical intimacy for a very long time. You're not caressing your body. You're not loving your body. You're not accepting your body. You're overworking yourselves. Being too self-critical. Well, really, they're showing that you're actually very good looking. Males, females. Even if you don't associate yourself with any gender, they're just saying it's like you're so much more beautiful than you imagine. And I'm not saying that to stroke your ego, I'm saying that for you as a reminder. It's happening, keep holding your vision. So if you have been wondering if you're on the right path, then they're saying that you are. You are, but it's just that this is what I keep seeing. It's almost like, when something is loading and they're like 98% loaded, and it's just those 2% that still need to load. But it's almost like you're backtracking. Saying don't be afraid of this, because we all love the idea of something new. We love the romantic part of it, but something new is so stressful. It is incredibly stressful, incredibly scary, and it takes a lot of guts, and it takes a good connection with ourselves. Our internal compass has to be on track. Otherwise, we don't know where the hell we're going and we get lost. For some of you, there's this energy of wanting to start afresh, wanting to break free from wherever you are. It could be physical, could be mental. And this is what they were saying, like your insights should be trusted. Let's see what else you need to hear in this particular moment. Exactly. This is the full energy, but the thing is, it like sort of came in a way where, again, it's like, when you're about to do like a jump, when you go bungee jumping, like you got all the strap, you're like all strapped in, but you just can't bring yourself to like take that step. And I think you're trying to see like 10 years in advance. You're trying to foresee the future, you're trying to foresee everything, but with you, option number 1, a lot of your future is dependent on what you do now. Because in reality, there's no future, there's just a present moment. But the present moment affects another present moment and affects another present moment and affects another present moment. So you're never going to feel 100% ready. It's just never going to happen. It's the way that we are wired. There's always going to be some sort of doubt. But here, the universe will catch you is very much about realizing that you will always find a way to deal with something. You will always find a way out. It's about trusting the universe within you. Not some external forces, but the universe within you. I see. You guys are waking up. It's a big awakening over here. A big awakening, energetic upgrades, new way of being, integration. So it's so much about new starts and new beginnings for you guys. So what you need to know is that you're awakening, and sometimes it can be incredibly difficult. But you're on the right path. Completely on the right path. Just don't stall. Don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. Another thing that I'm hearing very strongly for some of you, you guys are very creative. Whether you're a singer, songwriter, an actor, a baker, a tarot reader, a marketing executive, an IT specialist, it doesn't matter. They're saying that there's going to be a brand new idea, and it doesn't have to be something really big. It could be something quite small, but that small change is going to trigger loads of other changes for you. So they're like, embrace even the smallest of changes. Like, give credit to yourself, to your ideas, to your progress where it's due. And a lot of you guys really need to benefit, like you would really benefit from a spa day or a massage day or a day out from your usual environment. Because you need to reconnect to the divine within you. The third house, early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communications. All right, so there's this inner child within you that wants to come out and play, right? There's an inner child within you that's like, all right, let's try. You know, when we're little, we're so adventurous, we're so curious. And this is the part of you that's trying to wake up. This is what awakening is about, like seeing things that were so wrong, seeing the truth and relearning things. Sort of going backwards and doing things the way that you would want to do things. Doing things, like heading in the direction that your heart is calling you. So here it's like an awakening and reconnection to your inner child. A part of you that maybe you thought was naive or silly, or you know, like it's time to grow up and everybody's telling me to grow up and everybody's telling me to be mature. But it's all about the balance, isn't it? It's all about the balance. And the third house is so much about what the things that we learned in the past when we were children. Now, for some of you, what I'm seeing is, guys, there is going to be a reconciliation with a family member. And for some of you, you are going to have a relationship with them. For others of you, it's more for you to let go of the situation. So I don't see, like for some of you, you guys are just going to release a certain situation, like you get your closure. And sometimes not talking to somebody, being able to walk away from somebody is the biggest victory you can have. The biggest liberation and the biggest awakening you can have. All right, lovely. Option number 1. This is where I'm going to end your reading. This is exactly what you needed to hear right now. Don't forget to claim the energies and the magic of this reading down in the comments below. Say, I claim it. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of the other upcoming videos. For personal readings, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below, together with my Patreon page, with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. Alright, my darlings, take care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 2. If you were drawn to this beautiful picture, hi and welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at what it is that you need to hear at this particular time, exactly what you need to hear. Why has your spiritual team led you towards this reading? I keep hearing soul. Interesting. Okay. Insight again. Oh my god. Right, let me pull another card, because this is the exact same card that option number 1 got, and that the message over here is so similar. Is so similar that you need to listen to the insights that are coming through. But with you, it's a little bit different though, the sort of insights. With you, it's more about psychic abilities. With you, it's more about, there's something about healing, something about psychic abilities. Let me pull another card. Have you guys been seeing 1111, 1313, 333? There's something about you having psychic abilities, healing hands. It doesn't have to be like healing through energy. Some of you guys could be doctors, surgeons. Some of you guys could be writers. You guys act as channels. A lot of you act as channels. And they want you to show, there's something about showing your face. There's something about letting the world see what it is that you create. They're saying, don't be stingy with your creations, with your talents. They're saying, share it. The world is going to benefit from your creations. Whether it's a book, whether it's just a word of advice, whether it's a song, whether it's like a sandwich, a cupcake, a jewelry piece. There's this energy where your spiritual team wants you to realize that what you do matters, no matter what anybody has ever told you. If somebody might have been saying that, oh, what you do is silly, what you do, it doesn't matter, or, oh, anybody can do this, or anybody can do that, and there's like millions of those. I feel for you, option number 2, a lot of people have tried to devalue you, devalue what you do. And then you adopted this energy, and your inner critic grew, and you started devaluing yourself. Sometimes you devalue your age, your experience, loads and loads and loads of things. And your spiritual team is coming through and saying, okay, right, you got to stop that. You have got to stop that. You have to stop allowing people to project their BS onto you. Because you are a very sensitive soul over here. Even if others might see you as an ice king or an ice queen because I don't want to say for real, in reality, you guys are very sensitive, but you had to hide it. You went you had this beautiful pearl within you, you opened up, and people tried to steal that pearl. People tried to kick you to the curb, so you sort of clammed up. But the thing is, that light within you, that pearl within you, it needs to be shared. People need to admire the beauty of you and your creations. So when you don't let your light shine when you're 13 or when you're 45 or when you're 55 or, when you're 34, it doesn't matter how old you are. They're just saying at any age, at any stage in your life, what you do, it matters. And you matter. And yes, you might be better at something with, like, you get better at something with time, but it doesn't take away from the importance and beauty of something that you created early on. And a lot of you do have the psychic abilities, and I'm not talking about Hollywood, like shooting, like, shooting energy out of your arms. No, I'm talking about being sensitive to energies, to emotions, to the whispers of the wind, to the colors of like the morning sun. You have the ability to translate all of this beauty into something that can be seen by everybody else. And again, like I keep saying, it can be anything and everything. But they're saying, if you don't let your light shine, if you don't let your talent surface, you'll become resentful. It will be very difficult for you to live in harmony with yourself. But when you share your gift, even if others are telling you that it's not a gift at all, or that it doesn't matter, or if it doesn't serve a purpose, a lot of people are just jealous. A lot of people are going to dislike you because there's like not even really a reason. But because of your sensitivity, you guys try to avoid those situations, and your spiritual team is coming through and saying you can't avoid living your life. And they're giving me this Robbie Williams song. Remember that no regrets? They don't work. No regrets now. They only hurt. So it's this energy of like they're saying live your life so that you don't have regrets. And show your face. Some of you, you're meant to be famous over here. But you might have an imposter syndrome where you're like, oh my God, I'm just an imposter and everybody's gonna see that I'm like a big fake, I'm a big lie, that that there are people who are better than me and blah, blah, blah. And they're saying no, that is not the case. That is just the fear speaking to you. And especially for those of you guys who might be dealing with getting insights like tarot readers, Reiki healers, I don't know, people who deal with Wicca or other healing modalities, you might be getting this imposter syndrome very strongly right now. And they're saying, no, trust. Trust that you have those abilities. Okay, let's see what else you need to hear. Exactly what you need to hear. Oh, and another thing that's coming through very strongly over here, if some of you guys have been doubting if you are a good mother or a good father, you are. You so are. If it ever has like crossed your mind, or you've been worrying about it lately, or you've been like arguing, because they're showing me some people literally like giving you shit about like the way you raise your children, or like how you go about bringing your children up. They're saying ignore those people. You are a good parent. And if you're somebody's stepmother or stepfather, they're saying you are good. That little step thing, it's just a formality. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Alright, so I see they're saying what you guys really need to hear right now is that a lot of coping mechanisms that you've been using, whether it's overeating, overthinking, isolation, overworking, they're not working anymore. They're being detrimental to you at this particular moment, because once again, they're hiding your light. And when we're talking about letting God in, I mean, you don't even have to believe in God, but it's this energy of letting your internal God in. See the divine within yourself. See the divine as working through you. See the universe working through you. And don't block this energy. Because when the universe wants to give somebody money, it does it through somebody. When the universe wants to give somebody an insight, it does it through something or somebody. So a lot of the time we need that channel. But you guys, you tend to be, I think you might have, like some of you might have OCD, some of you guys might have, I don't know, been diagnosed with ADHD, I think, yeah, attention deficit disorder, all sorts of things, and the very high energy of somebody who tries to control things, and you tend to get very anxious, and when we are anxious, like we have to rely on logic a lot, on our mind a lot, and it sort of takes away from our intuition, takes away from our internal compass. Portal. Alright guys, so this is what I'm seeing. This is a jackpot card in this particular deck, right? This is like the Joker card. It has a lot of potential in it. It has a lot of power in it. It's like this one of those cards that is supercharged. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. Now, this is very, very important, guys, so listen up. What it is that you're meant to hear right now, exactly what you're meant to hear right now, what you need to hear and what you need to understand is that now is the time where the universe is going to be opening doors to you, opening doors for you, right? Which means that you will have an opportunity to meet people who can take you further in your career. You might be meeting people who might take you further when it comes to your love life, yeah? And there might be a lot of insights when the veil is thin, when you might be communicating with, and you know what, it doesn't even matter who you're going to communicate with. I'm not even going to like put it in your head, but you will be getting some valuable information from other energies, from other channels, right? Because for a lot of you, it's different. For some of you, it's the energy of shamanisms that are picking up, you know, from your ancestors. For some of you, it's the energy of star seeds, yeah? It doesn't matter. What matters is that you have an opportunity, but it's up to you to take it. If you decide to shut yourself off, then it's your decision and you deal with the consequences. But you really do need to hear that there is going to be this opening. And this is a timeless reading, but they're giving me 6 weeks. Within the next 6 weeks. Learn to say no. Learn to say no. Some of you guys are like people pleasers. Some of you guys have very hard time to say no, and I can so relate. Because during my earlier journey, it was so hard for me to say no, because I like, you know, when we grow up in a place where we're controlled as a child, and when we don't have our voice, then it's like our right to say no is taken away, and it's something that sticks with you because you have to adapt in order to survive. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you need to learn how to say no. Work on your boundaries. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, is happening. Aww. Yeah, they're saying it's time to say no to a lot of other people, and it's time to say yes to yourself. Because you, a lot of you, and it might be triggering for somebody, guys, right? But this is what I need to say as somebody who channels those energies. For some of you, you might have been feeling that you want to hurry up and like move on to the next stage of wherever we end up after this earth, yeah? And they're saying it's because you felt like you've been living in hell, but there's heaven on earth as well. And you can create it, and it is happening, and it's up to you. And this is what Lemuria is all about. So they're saying don't rush to, to go where you want to go. You can still enjoy your life on earth. If you feel like you need to cry at this particular moment, let it flow. Let the energy flow. Tears are incredibly cleansing. Earth. You guys need to connect to earth. Yeah. Creating heaven on earth. You need to get grounded. You need to get grounded, my darlings. You tend to overthink. Your anxiety gets the best of you. And they're saying you need to get grounded. They're showing me this symbol of the earth. They're saying what you need to hear right now is that you need to either draw this symbol somewhere where you can see, maybe with a pen on your hand or on a mirror, something that you see during the day and you see it often. Maybe have it as a background on your phone, but this is going to be a reminder for you to ground yourself, like a psychological trigger to ground yourself, to remember that you are connected. It will help you stop overthinking. Persistence, patience, and practicality. So they're saying don't rush this whole process. Don't rush the whole process. Learning how to say no, learning how to persevere in creating your own idea of love, your own idea of heaven. And don't be afraid if some people are going to be pissed off when you say no. Yes, they are going to be pissed off, but so what? Is it worth being miserable over this? You might be afraid that you might end up being alone, and they're saying no, you're not going to end up being alone if you're going to start standing up for yourself. Yes, some people might disappear in unknown direction, but good riddance. They just made up space for somebody who respects your boundaries and your desires. But remember, yeah? Triangle. This symbol. And this, my darling, option number 2, was exactly what you needed to hear right now. Don't forget to claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below. Say, I claim it. Like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, guys. And of course, it is needed for energetic exchange. If you feel you would benefit from a personal read, do send me an email. My email's in the description box below, together with the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Alright, my darlings, stay safe out there. Bye now. Option number 3, and welcome to your reading, my darlings. If you were drawn to this picture over here, let's take a look at exactly what you need to hear at this particular moment. I'm absolutely loving today's reading. I am feeling so in the flow. So let's take a look at why is it that your spiritual team has guided you toward this reading, while your intuition told you to click on Blush Lily's reading. Let's see exactly what you need to hear right now. Love. Let's talk about love, baby, right? This is what I keep hearing. It's almost like they're saying, get comfy. They're showing me people sitting around a fire. You know when you go on a camping trip and you hear the crickets and like it's a really warm summer night and the air is really fresh and it has almost this sweetness to it, and you're sitting in a circle around a warm fire. and the sky above you is completely clear, and you can see all of the stars. And the people that are gathered in that circle, they all share this special bond. There's a lot of love and compassion in this circle. And what they're showing me is that you're part of this circle. You might not have met those people just yet. Some of you guys might be 33, born in March, on the 3rd of March maybe. Life path number 3, 6, or 9. You feel like an old soul to me. But in this incarnation, you're lacking love. Right from when you were little, you're lacking love. Exactly what you need to hear right now is that it's still to come. But I feel a lot of you guys, you chose a difficult incarnation over here. Like you feel like an advanced soul to me, an old soul, somebody who chooses harder life lessons. But it's like once you pass them, once you pass the exams, it's so much more satisfying. It's so much more rewarding. And the love you're going to know in this life is something that's phenomenal. So right at the beginning of your life, I feel like you weren't given it. Just the people who you were surrounded by, they didn't know what true love is. They didn't have it to give. But they're telling me that if you lost hope, especially if you lost hope over here, that you will find this love will find you will be able to give this love and receive this love. For a lot of you, this is coming through as a love for a child. And this is going to sound really weird, and it's only meant for like a few of you, but the love you didn't get as a child, you're going to give to your child. You're going to raise somebody who's going to be happy, who's going to see like a reason to be here. It's almost like the parts of yourself that weren't loved as a child in you, you're going to love them so much in your children. If you're somebody who's child-free, this is then talking about your partner, where you really are going to be partnered up together with somebody who has an ability to love you the way that you want to be loved. And you're going to be able to return this love to them. They might be coming in a package together with their family. So like they might have really, really amazing parents. Yeah, if you guys haven't been connected to your parents, you'll be connected to your partner's parents. Or they might have a family like cousins and sisters and brothers. And this is what I keep seeing, a very like a soul tribe energy. I'm going to pull one more card for you from this deck. For a lot of you guys, you're very connected to animals. Very connected to animals. Dogs, cats, wolves for some of you. Some of you guys could be Leos. Born in the year of the tiger. Chinese. An interesting look at that, you get all those like 33, 22. Some of you guys could be 22, 23, 34, 33. Life path number 4 or 2. They're saying the more time you spend with animals, the better at this particular moment. There's something about them and unconditional love. Or I think when you have been in this difficult situation with your family, you sort of went to spend a lot of time with animals. And I feel a lot of you might be thinking like, all right, you know what, I'd rather have a dog than be in a family, but that's going to change. You can have both, right? You can have both. But some of you already have a dog or even 2 dogs that you consider your family. You consider your babies. All right. Another thing that you guys need to hear at this particular moment is that if you lost a pet and you have been blaming yourself for its death, they're saying that it's not your fault, that you need to release the burden of it. It's not that you didn't take care of them, it's nothing like that. It was time for this pet to go. And especially if you were very, very connected to this pet, to this animal, they just like your spiritual team wants you to know that it wasn't your fault. Inner Earth, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. All right, guys, so right now it could be that you're feeling very boxed in, because the inner Earth is basically the inner Earth. This is where, you know, that there's life, that there's something happening where you don't see it. So it might be like they're saying on the outside, you might not have a lot of things happening, especially when it comes to your love life. But they're saying it will change. You'll survive this. If you're feeling like right now, you're like, oh my God, I can't get out of this. How am I ever going to get out of this? They're saying, no, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. But what they're saying is that right now, what you need to hear is that you need to try different things, right? Different to what you've been doing before. So maybe certain coping mechanisms aren't going to work anymore. But you'll get out of this, absolutely. But they're saying trying different things, different ideas. So if we're talking about more practical things, they're saying maybe try a different dating app, or try going to a different gym, or, you know, try going to a different coffee place. Or think about maybe renting something in a different part of town. Like they keep saying, you don't have to suffer, you don't have to settle for anything. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. Oh my darlings, you tend to absorb a lot of other people's energies, right? And sometimes it gets to the point where you're like, all right, is this what I'm feeling, or is this what the crowd is feeling? You guys are very good when it comes to being able to read a room, right? You can read rooms, you can read people. Some of you guys can read tarot cards. You can read the energies. You have a special connection to animals. But with this energy sensitivity comes the danger of absorbing too much, especially if you don't know how to release a lot of this energy. So they're saying that you have to release the weight of the world. Step by step, little by little. Focus on you right now. You really need to focus on you. Nobody's going to love you any less if you focus on you. Yeah, the crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Release it, guys, release it. This is the equivalent of the tower energy in the tarot. Let it happen. It's okay to be scared. I know you don't remember it, but there's parts like, you know, when you were like being brought into this world. Imagine how scary that was. And you were only a little thing, right? So whenever we go through rebirth, whenever we go through this new energy. It feels like we're being born again, and it's like one of the most traumatic things that can happen to you. You feel helpless. You don't know what the hell is going on. It kind of hurts and it's scary and like all of those noises, but there's something better out there. Something better out there. Because for a lot of you here with the High Priestess, with the Priestess energy, you guys have the leadership energy within you. So it's almost like they're saying, like, stop hiding your brilliance. It's time to step up and lead. So for a lot of you, it's not necessarily that you have to lead big corporations, but you have to lead when it comes to your life. Taking control of your life. And a lot of you guys are very, very intuitive. But you sometimes see your intuition as a curse because you absorb other people's energies and it drains the living force out of you. They're like, you can be the priestess without absorbing people's energies. It takes some time, it takes some practice, but it's possible. And it's all leading you to love. It's all leading you back to that soul love. Ninth house and the Libra energy. Okay, some of you guys could be Libras. Fairness, harmony, and consideration. And I have the ninth house, which is a spiritual growth. So yeah, I feel like you guys are very, very intuitive, very sensitive. Some of you guys could be Libras. It may be hard for you to make certain decisions, especially when it comes to major decisions in your life. But they're saying at some point you have to stop weighing all the pros and cons. Analysis is paralysis, right? So don't overanalyze things. Take charge, take the lead over here, right? We have the spiritual growth being indicated over here, the ninth house. They're saying you need to balance your spirituality and your practicality. Neptune bringing some magic over here, right? So for you guys, definitely they're saying pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are going to be giving you some very important insights. So maybe you've been dreaming about water, maybe you've been dreaming about exes, maybe you've been dreaming about flying, or you've been dreaming about, I don't know, whatever. They're saying those are all important signs and symbols that you need to pay attention to. Okay, I do have, what's it called, a video on what is it that your dreams are trying to tell you. I'm going to try and link it over here, but do your own research as well. See what is it that you've been feeling when you were dreaming about this person or about this situation. Because there's something about needing to make your dreams become a reality. Some of you guys are meant to be singers. Some of you guys are meant to be somebody who's in the public eye, maybe bloggers, vloggers, somebody famous, somebody maybe who deals with restaurants, somebody who is a composer over here with a very strong energy. And here they're telling me, like, you would benefit from art therapy, and you would really benefit from, let me see, singing, like mantras, something to do with your throat chakra. Saying like you have to keep talking or humming or singing, like maybe, what's it called, breathing exercises. I think it's called holotropic breathing. Google it anyways. It's something that it's like an exercise that helps you release a lot of trapped emotions through breathing. But yeah. Okay, now all of a sudden, I just want to keep quiet and I just want to think. All right, option number 3. That's my cue to go. Don't forget to claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below by saying I claim it. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. It would be very much appreciated. Yeah, if you guys feel like you're up for a personal reading, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below, together with a link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. And darling, stay safe out there. Bye now.